So today I want to experiment and explore a new sequencer plugin, the Meow Sequencer. It's very much inspired by UREC workflow, where you have different sequencers or multiple sequencers, and each of them is doing its own thing. So today I will experiment with it, and hopefully in the future there will be also a dedicated video about it. So let's start with something relatively simple, maybe with the, let's say with the polymer. Already I will set this to be polyphonic maybe. Right, and now we have different sequencers. So we have the clock sequencer, we have the notes sequencer where we can change also the scale. Let's go today, let's say with D, minor pentatonic. Right, and then I can go to the notes and I can change them or just randomize things. Right, and then we have, of course, more sequencers. For example, we have velocity. So let me use the velocity for something else than volume. So I can use, for example, for the skew and let's say the fold a bit. Right, and then I can go here, randomize this. And the nice thing here, and this is what is inspired also by the UREC workflow with sequencers and so on, is that we can change the length, we can change the direction. So each sequencer is very much independent. Right, so let's have this, for example, with 10 steps. So we have some variation, and another cool thing here is that we also have a clock sequencer that will advance all the other sequencers. So also this we can change and get interesting rhythms. Right, and also here I can have a different length. So the notes have 8 steps, the velocity 10, and the division, so the clock 7 steps. Right, we can also have an octave sequencer that will have maybe here an octave up with, let's say, 15 steps. Maybe here 2 octaves up. Also turn steps on and off, so maybe this one and this one. Right, and we have also gate length, so maybe we have here sustain set up, which is good. So maybe just randomize this with a longer sequence, let's say 32 steps. Or maybe without sustain. And then sometimes we'll have longer decay and sometimes not. Something like this. We also have probability and ratcheting and even offset to create all sorts of wonky rhythms, and we have banks and patterns here. But let's do this for a different voice. Let's for now concentrate on this one. Maybe have a bit of sub, or maybe some variation with the random modulator. It will be polyphonic, and maybe have this right with each note we will get a different value. And maybe bipolar, that sometimes the sub will not play. pitch. Following for the filter. And maybe turn off a few more notes. Maybe also here in the division. Right, just for more variation. Right, something like this. And now let's have some effects. Right, so let's go, for example, let's start with the delay plus just for a bit of delay and some send reverb. Oh, that's already much better. Maybe I can use this envelope here to control the noise. Right, something like this, and then have here maybe a random modulator that will also be bipolar, right? So the noise will also be silent. And maybe also here we'll have this polyphonic. And you know what I will do? I would like this delay to be different for the lows and the highs. So I can use the multiband split, for example. This delay will go to the lows, which is everything, let's say below 1.5, or maybe even 2. Right, and then use a different delay for the highs with more feedback and maybe a shorter delay also. Right, something like this. And maybe also for the highs we can have even more reverb. Right, just for the highs even more. Right, something like this. What was a D minor pentatonic, right? So let's change this here also just in case. Right, now what I will do, I will take this for a second and octave up. And then record this a bit. Just recording everything with the delay, with the reverb. Right, something like this. And now maybe change the notes a bit so we have different notes. Let's do... I can also set the randomization range. Right, so this is maybe better. Right, but now I should have this recorded. Where is it here? My library, no, current project, master recording, this one, right? And now I can add this and have this in a sampler. I still don't have the new version of everything, of Bitwig with the new sampler, but this should also be quite nice. So if, for example, let me just play this, right? This is what we have, this is what we recorded. But now I'm going to set this to textures. and freeze it. Right, and take it even an octave down, because we recorded this an octave up, right? So now I can take it an octave down and get even a different feel. Right, and get sort of this granular effect. That also here I can add some movement, but first of all I'm going to add here a drone. This one. Right, so just creating a drone note. Yes, very nice. Let me call this sample, I don't know. Right, and now add smooth random modulation for the scanning, quite slow, but... And maybe we will leave this an octave up. Maybe just a tiny bit close the low pass, just I don't want all the really, really high notes, and add lots of reverb, maybe. Yeah, let's just go with the reverb for now. And here I would like to add, I have here, by the way, some modulators set up that I can just drag and directly use them. I just want to add the bipolar random modulation here, just a bit. And here close this a bit more. Nice. Now let's see how this will work with the bass. So I have here the Meow sequencer, and let's add here maybe the polysynth. Let's start with one layer with the polysynth. Right. And let's see. Let's go here with 5 steps for the clock. Right. Add offset, which will create sort of a wonky rhythm. Right, if I leave them at 16. Right, it adds this wonkiness. Let's have these 10 steps, or maybe 15 steps, and then have maybe even ratcheting here. And set also here. Something very wonky. And again, let's go with the minor pentatonic, and I want this to be a bass, so let's start with this. This sounds a bit weird for now, but I will change the sound here a bit with the maximum logic here. And add some unison. say this will be 1 bar, okay. Maybe slower, maybe this will be 5 bars. And then another one. 7, let's say. Add another layer here with a sub oscillator. This is just a sine going through an envelope. Right, and here I can remove maybe some of the lower frequencies because I have them with a sub. And then just for this layer I can add some delay. I like this. It's wonky and it's weird, but it's repetitive enough for creating a nice bass sound or part. Let me change also the velocity here. Maybe you have again like 32 steps, and maybe again use it for what can I use velocity here for the filter. Maybe with another LFO, another synced LFO. Let's say with, let's say 16 bars, unipolar, opening and closing the filter a bit. Let's see, let's copy the notes. Let's copy the notes sequence, right? I can just right click and copy it and paste it to a new sequence here. And maybe change it a bit. Solo it for a second and have the LFO open it even more. Right, and I can click this and it will be synced, right? It will change just after a quarter. Right, and let's create here another variation, maybe with 7 steps. Let me see. Yes. Right, so we have some variation, and now I can, right, I have it here for controlling, right, I can change between the patterns also here in Bitwig at least. So I can use, let me see, I have here the steps modulator. Right, and maybe with, let's say, quarter notes, right, controlling this, changing the patterns for the notes. this to be a bit slower. So let's have this bar. Let's have 2 bars of them and then 2 bars here of the, hopefully of the other sequencer, or the sequence. Let's see if that's really the third sequence. Yes. Perfect. It's gonna be bass. Let's see if we can add another sequence. I want to try this also with drums, but I want to add another sequence. It will be a sort of a melody, maybe with probability and stuff like this. So let's go with another polymer, but in this case I will use something else. Maybe I will use, let's try the phase 1, let's say. Right, and then here I will use another meow. Right, let me just solo this. And now let's see. Let's randomize this for creating a nice rhythm, maybe a bit longer. Right, and again let's go with the minor pentatonic. Let's have this also very long. Maybe randomize this just to go up. And maybe also here 32. Right, so we have a long sequence. Maybe also offset we can randomize again just for a bit more wonkiness. And then add probability to this. Yeah, let's add probability to a few of them, maybe with 15 steps. Right, or maybe to all of them actually. Right, so sometimes things will play, sometimes not. Right, just like now, have some modulation here. Right, and more release. More attack maybe. Maybe with a notch filter. Right. Opala. Bit slower maybe. Let's say 6 bars. Right, maybe even bring in a square every now and then with another random source, bipolar again. Maybe sometimes it will be quiet. Maybe take it down an octave. And maybe here on the meow we can have also octave jumps, let's say with 20 steps. Right, maybe something like this. And then let's say that here we will have a different sequence. And I will add some effects to this. Let's go with the pitch shifter as a sort of a delay. Right, so an octave up and then an octave down. Right, and then it's a sort of a delay. Right, and here maybe I can have some octave up. Right, and more delay and more reverb. Maybe add some wobble to this by modulating the pitch very slightly. Right, and maybe I can have another layer, so let me group this to another layer, maybe with another polymer with a different algorithm here. Maybe with a wavetable. Where is the flute one? And this will be an octave up. Right, with some unison. More release. Random modulation on the wavetable. Here let's have the filter plus doing some panning also, I guess, just a bit. Maybe also with a notch. Let's have another notch here. And then more delay. And here I can have just a... where is it? Separate reverb. This is a sort of a lead, right? Very Berlin school-like sound. Okay, let's try this also with drums. I will add this sequencer, the Meow sequencer, and then the drum machine. Right, and let's go. I have no idea what to... Let's go with Berlin. I don't know why. Firework. What is the firework? Let's see. Let's try this. Right, so now I can randomize the notes. And maybe, I mean, it's too high here, so I can use maybe the, how is it called? Let me do this here. The pitch, no transpose, where is it? No transpose. Try to transpose this down. Maybe 10 steps. Oh yeah, this is nice. Let's add some offset. Maybe make this longer. and then copy this. You know what, actually, maybe some velocity. Right, so it's not always the same. And I need here another filter plus, first of all, for some heat. Right, and then also a bit of panning. So it's a bit more atmospheric. Maybe ratcheting. Now let's copy this and then paste it here and maybe make this a bit shorter, let's say 10 steps. And maybe ping pong. Also set it to reset. I always get the same result. And now I can have here, write the steps and modulate this. I guess this is enough. Let's see. No, that's 3 already. Solo this for a second. Get shorter. Yeah. Maybe the kick can also duck things because it happens not so often. So let me see. Drum machine chains. This is the kick 2, I believe. Yeah. Okay. And now this will duck a few things. So let's say this one here. Right, maybe after the reverb and everything. Right, so I can just add here a tool. And also the sample. And also the bass. And also the lead, why not? Ah, yeah. this one? No, actually it's okay. Okay, very cool. I think that was it for today. This is sort of an experiment with the Meow sequencer. I will continue experimenting with it and exploring it, and hopefully in the future there will be a dedicated video about it. Let me know if you're interested in something like this. Yes, but that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.